but this game in LA is most important. We'll have the form is on point as we take a look at our starting line.
A lot of players are needing to be developed.
In the middle for the tip, and Atlanta starts off with the rock. Atlanta in their homegrown jerseys with the ATL etched across the front. That's something that the players were absolutely a part of. I think she's very familiar with the rims as well. She spent some time in LA for a few seasons before the trade to Atlanta.
She's such a difference maker, just right away, touching the paint and putting the aggressiveness as far as the defense on hold.
Also spent some time at UCLA where she spent 4 years, has a couple records there. Nneka Ogwumike gets her own miss, tries to send it out. Ariel Atkins setting things up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. The dish, no good. First turnover for LA. Here comes Angel Reese. We've seen her point forward before, off on the layup.
A rare miss from Angel Reese, though, in transition. We've seen her make those the last few games.
She's been shooting over 50% in the last 3 games. Is the three.
One of the keys for Atlanta, the hot starts are coming behind Ryan Howard, making sure she gets most of her scoring done in that first quarter.
Ryan Howard put up 4 threes in the first quarter. In the last game against Phoenix, her on a heater is lethal.
And that first 3 that she just put up was in and out.
Jordan Canada off the mark on her second attempt as Dearica Hamby pushing the ball up the floor. Going at Naz Hillman, finding some space and putting LA on the
speed because she ran into a brick wall in Naz Hillman, who didn't budge, but she took that extra step and just got through underneath the defense for the lay-in.
Dearica Hamby averaging just under 15 points per game as Angel Reese blocked at the rim. That's down the first of the pair, has one more and drains that one as well. Going back to not just the statistical part of what players were doing in that last game, but Naz LA would have this circled on their calendars because of the whopping 124 points that Atlanta was able to put up on them.
I mean, they eliminated LA from being able to get into the playoffs, so that's going to leave a stench in their mouth right there.
Yeah, LA is a team that has been eliminated, one of the 6 teams. Only Portland are the 2 remaining teams, but Dallas really have the keys at this point as they have about a 6-game advantage.
I can tell you right now, Nneka didn't like losing on her home court, and right there they come up with the steal, and Nicole McConney, it's like she got poked in the eye.
Monika Koa coming seasons.
Angel Reese a little frustrated with herself because she got that foul off of the turnover.
Monique outside, way off, and now Hillman able to correct. Both teams still sitting on 4. Ryan Howard finding Jordan Canada again. Ariel Atkins, one of the best defenders in the league, has the assignment of Canada. 8 on the shot clock. Ryan Howard almost lost the ball and does over the fingertips of Ariel Atkins. The dish. Monika Koa off the mark, and Ryan Howard comes down with the rebound, pushing it up out the floor. Alicia Gray, Euro step on the left, and drops it in.
And that's exactly what Atlanta needs to do. They cannon as far as defense. They're flying around. They're not trying to make things easy for Atlanta. So how does Atlanta get their scoring going? In the fast break, like Alicia Gray just demonstrated.
Dearica Hamby on the spin move didn't like the first look, but gets fouled on the spin around. Dearica Hamby will get 2 free throws here. Steps up for the first one and knocks it down. Dearica Hamby, just one of those Vegas aces where she won a championship with them as well. She's a 3-time All-Star and a 2-time 6th Woman of the Year.
She set 2 single-season franchise records for the Sparks last season as Alicia Gray gets her first 3 to go over.
9-5 start for Atlanta, and when Alicia Gray is rolling, so is the team. The step back by Monique off the mark.
One thing Atlanta does, not allowing offensive rebounds.
Ryan Howard short on the 3. Angel Reese trying to come down with the rebound. Instead, it falls in the breadbasket for Erica Wheeler. Wheeler going at Jordan Canada, receives the screen from Dearica Hamby. Nneka too strong on the 3.
Angel Reese went under the screen, daring Nneka to shoot that 3, hoping that she's not going to get hot from beyond the arc. Everybody's one-on-one with their mans defensively for Atlanta.
Angel on the inside, too strong, couldn't come down with the rebound. You can also see the length for
LA just 4 days ago on this floor.
Also the same time in the first game where Nneka Ogwumike said she was retiring. Monika Koa-Makani all the way up top, gets fouled by Ryan Howard on the take, and will get 2 free throws.
Not sure if I'm Ryan Howard out with the Sparks.
Talked about the time in Phoenix for Monica Koa-Makani, who actually was able to be a part, but that young experience under her belt, and as LA right now trying to prepare
In the league right now is that you've got players in their first and second seasons, right? So technically they're rookies and sophomores in the W. But like Koa-Makani, 5 years previous playing in pro ball in France has prepared her to play on this level in the WNBA.
There was a foul.
Ends up the floor, defense to offense, 2 points and 2 steals to add that.
A couple of substitutions in for LA as Cameron Brink, as well as Gray in the ball game.
And that's why I don't like that first foul that Howard got on that layup, just because now she has 2 and has to sit on the bench.
5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and Cameron Brink can't hold on to the ball in the paint. Third turnover for LA. Deep steal again for Medina, just short. Cameron Brink will be assessed with the block there. There was a bit of a reset at 14, so Atlanta has some work, or some time to work with. Jordan Canada couldn't find space over Atkins. And a travel call for Izzy Borlase at the top.
I think that surrounds the WNBA on the outside of the floor as well.
Was a huge piece, as you mentioned, as the president of the WNBA, to make sure that the CBA was something that was a go. Coming into the season, we weren't even sure if we'd have a season, but that committee, led by Nneka Ogwumike, ensured that it would happen.
Where she found some ground in that first quarter, touching the paint to try and remind her team to keep their foot on the gas.
Toni Morgan also on the floor for the Sparks after the break. Nneka going against Borlase, finds a sweet spot on the floor and knocks it down.
So far, Nneka Ogwumike lifting for the Sparks right now. Also has 4 rebounds. You can tell she doesn't like that loss.
Nneka Ogwumike going back to that resume as well as Atlanta turns the ball over.
Picking up another foul, and what I've heard from Jordan Canada and Ryan Howard, I read mouths, both of them saying to the referees, that's a foul. So LA being really physical right now.
And go up and take the lead with the Cameron Brink bucket. Cameron Brink has had limited time coming back, trying to work her way back from the ACL rehab from a season ago. Borlase with a nice Euro, but couldn't get on the right side of the goal for the finish, and a foul by Medina Okot. The look at the rim, no good for Alicia Gray. Borlase still gets it back to Gray on the 3 this time, off the mark. Angel Reese with the rebound, looking for different real estate. Couldn't connect on the layup. Atlanta still with the rock. Top of the key 3 for Borlase, no good.
And Reese was shut, no call.
Cameron Brink extending the floor, too strong.
Good box out though from Atlanta. No white jerseys in sight.
Atlanta's been stuck on 9 for the last few minutes as Ryan Howard pulls up, draws the foul, and stuck on 9 no longer.
And that's the answer. There's been a calling for Ryan Howard to touch Sparks for granted, right? The way they beat them just 4 games ago, and Naz Hillman said it in their last game. They're not going to see the same team because they didn't like getting beat on their court like this. And I think Atlanta came out a little too lax and got mad near the end of that first quarter.
The dive by De'Erica Hamby, the footwork as well, leads to 2 more points.
Beautiful use of the feet still there because she had the vision on that one.
There have been a few players in this league that you've seen with some black eyes, including Arike Ogunbowale the other night. The steal from behind for Naz Hillman. That's leading to the 8th turnover for Atlanta tonight. Atlanta had a total of 8 turnovers against Phoenix in the last game, and Cameron Brink cashes in a 3 off of it.
And Erica Wheeler loves it, but that's what happens when you have those turnovers. It takes you to the other side of the court, and they score. Now we're all tied up.
The dive by Angel Reese, and got the look underneath. And a nice response for Atlanta to regain.
That pass was on point from Alicia Gray, right where Angel Reese needed it over the defense.
It has seemed tactical as far as the offense getting to their 2nd and 3rd spots, and De'Erica Hamby has been that spot for LA.
LA is clicking on the offensive end right now. They're making Atlanta not click when it comes to their offense, or at least slowing down what they're good at, which is touching the paint.
9 points for De'Erica Hamby, and that assist coming from Ariel Atkins.
See around the rim.
Jordan Canada pushing the pace. Once again for Atlanta leads to an opportunity at the free throw line where she's been pretty good this season. Cameron Brink still getting... Canada would spend some time at UCLA, 4 years at UCLA, and Cameron Brink at Stanford. Jordan Canada, another three. This one's off the mark.
De'Erica Hamby had the assignment of boxing out Angel Reese to make sure she didn't get any of those league-leading offensive rebounds.
Not sure if that was a pass or a shot attempt for Cameron Brink. Up the floor, Tahina Pow leaking, and that got stripped by Ariel Atkins.
Excellent defense and recovery from Atkins.
I mentioned to you how Ariel Atkins is one of the best defenders on the wing in the league. The only player to have her first 5 years in the league on an all-defensive team. Hamby, spin around, in the bucket, nasty.
She's on a heater right now. And Hamby right now, it's wide open.
It's looking more like the Pacific for De'Erica Hamby, as she's the first player in double figures. Alicia, two-man game with Naz Hillman. I don't know how she gets it done, but she gets it done.
It was done round and down. But again, Atlanta touching the paint and finding ways right now in the second quarter.
De'Erica Ariel Atkins instead. The lefty is good. 2-point advantage for the Sparks as Atlanta trying to see if they can find their rhythm on the offensive end. Atlanta shooting 36% from the field. Gray had the last bucket. That's knocked out of bounds. Atlanta
in that first, the off-ball movement on the weak side. You got players switching around, getting the defense on their heels and breaking them down.
And another steal by Ariel Atkins. This looks a lot like what Atlanta did to Phoenix, where they had 7 steals in the first half. 5 steals already for the Sparks. Ryan Howard up top, off the mark. She's already knocked down 1-3. Ryan Howard right now at 6 points.
And for Howard, that deep three is a high percentage shot.
The dive, Necker with some of the best hands in the league, snags that in.
That was an excellent shot moving without the ball in her hands.
Corner three, Borlase, no.
The hot shooting at Phoenix not extending as much in this game. Atlanta just 3 of 12, 25% from beyond the arc.
Sparks on the other side, 8 assists on 10 made, working against Jordan Canada. 5 on the shot clock. Wheeler, pull up, good.
Good defense, even better offense. Jordan Canada went under the tunnel to get through on Wheeler, but it was too much space.
Wheeler, one of those players that has been playing very good basketball in her time with the Sparks. As a take for Angel Reese, strong.
Of that take by Reese on Naka, one of the best defensive players in the league, took it right at her chest.
Angel Reese now with 6 points. And a foul will be on the floor. We'll see if it stays here, and it does look like a foul. 7 on the shot clock for the Sparks. Wheeler, step back 3, no.
She shot that shot because Miami was playing in the background. You know, 305, recognized 305. Whoop, whoop. Has had this many fouls in the first half, right? She's done this before. Carl Smesco has trusted her not to pick up anymore, and she's done just that.
Beautiful dish by Angel Reese to Medina Okot. And today, but the team was celebrating her today as they had socks on at shoot-around that had one of the memes for her face on them. See if we can get a pair. Neko Gumake up top, bounces around and finds the hands of Angel Reese.
Well, I know one. Sign me up. I want her to sign them. I'll wear them to every shoot-around again.
We'll see if anything is I hope for the best, though. Ryan Howard at the top of the key, just off the mark for the 3. 3-point game as the dive by De'Erica Hamby, spraying out more. Monique passed it to the wrong team.
And it was the size of Okot on the inside that deterred Hamby's layup. I like Carl Smesco putting her in the game and using her size to combat the length that LA has on the interior.
5th turnover for LA leads to a bucket by Borlase.
from the shift. It's not sticking on one side for Atlanta anymore. You can see the difference.
Monique, who got the start in the absence of Ray Burrell, also for the only scratch for Atlanta still is Bree Jones, who is working her way back due to the leg injury that she suffered against Connecticut. Medina Okot on the floor. Time expired, but Atlanta had the ball. Here comes the dream. More lays. Can it be back-to-back buckets? And just off the mark for the three.
Her last three was of Jordan Canada, who came up with the steal.
Atlanta's defense has definitely surged in the last few possessions. There hasn't been a bucket until then in the last 2 minutes. And of course, you got to free herself up. More movement from Atlanta. Gets it back on the wing, loses Ariel Atkins in the air. Ryan Howard just off the mark in her last few threes.
But you know, when it comes to shooting, she's going to keep on shooting. Her teammates have the confidence in her, and they speak a lot about the law of averages on this Dream team.
Nneka found the dive, the dish to De'Erica. No call, and here comes Angel Reese. Angel Reese already with 9 rebounds tonight to add 6 points. Ryan Howard in the corner. Now she kissed it off the glass that time. Or the previous time. I'm really ready for the Bank of Howard.
Unless you tried to bank it. And again, her and Erica Wheeler had something to say to each other coming down on defense. I saw what you did there, the Bank of Howard.
Chance Gray was able to send it to Erica Wheeler. Wheeler off the mark, and Ryan, excuse me, a rebound of the night. One of those nights where you almost think that she'd get 20. The dish to Gray. The lane opened up, but an offensive foul will be assessed. I do believe it's going against Gray. 3 for Ryan Howard, 2 for Naz and Angel Reese. Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Another steal by Jordan Canada this time, looking up the floor. Atlanta very good with being able to grab points off of turnovers, and it continues to apply as Angel
like to do, and it's going from defense to offense, that transition game.
9 on the shot clock. Nneka Ogwumike pulls up, count the bucket.
Busy, just a really good offensive player.
Nneka Ogwumike 5 for 9 from the field, has 11 points, 8 rebounds.